Okay, it says I'm live. God, I've got to keep an eye on. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Let's see how far back my crash put me. Alright, just leaving here. Which means my next course of action is to activate the Yes Man.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Thank you for shutting up. Okay. $38. Okay. It would be quicker just to go to the top and meet Yes Man first.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you. Last night
Runaway cow.
Hey, fella, welcome to the...
There you go.
Oh, now that we got that little bit... That's the guy who killed Caesar.
I think the radio might be on and I don't care. The radio's stuck on. Ain't that a kick in the head? Accessible 13 slot.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
PDQ.
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Have you seen this chip before?
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there!
What was Benny planning to do?
Oh, he wanted to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That would give me control over all of Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I guess I just do as I'm told.
You're very forthcoming with the info.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
Let's say I wanted to take over. What then?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't have wanted me to. But hey, not my fault I can't say no.
Details?
Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan. Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember. It was a while ago. He came through here in a real hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall. It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
I have.
You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Goodsprings.
I have the platinum chip, remember?
Of course you do. Sorry about that. And it's wonderful that you do. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
I prefer exploding myself, but that's just me. I already used the chip to do
Really? An army of
nasty
Securitrons,
things.
upgraded no less. What a development. An army like that should be enough to defend Vegas from, I'm gonna say, anybody.
If anything happens to the house, I may be in touch.
I'll be waiting right here.
Our Rangers are going to show everyone what happens when we're pissed off.
That's nice. Do you want a cookie?
Happy marriage. 2 times a week, we... Go to a nice restaurant. She goes
That's
Mondays
what
like
I
a
thought.
Fridays.
Where to, partner?
Penthouse. Continue to upgrade your things.
I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip?
There you go.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious. so very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
No.
I must insist that you stay long enough for me to show you that the Platinum chip does more than change the pictures on the Securitron's face screens. Events of great import are about to unfold, with you taking a central role. To get started, all you need do is take the elevator all the way down.
Actually curious.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would.
Oh.
I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip. No. You'll want to hear this out.
Will I?
The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam. Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers. They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion.
The Boomers already vowed to help me out.
Well done. The Boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment won't take you far. It concerns the Omertas and their den of vice, Gamorra. As the decisive encounter between the bull and the bear looms close, my concerns about the Omertas have grown. I've never expected loyalty, mind you. A reliably underhanded tribe is just as constant to deal with as one that always runs true. But that's just it. Lately, the Omerta's cooperative silence has been deafening. Not a single complaint. They're up to something.
I will be on my way.
There's a job that needs doing here, and I'm assigning it to you.
I'll check into them.
The Omertas are fanatically loyal to each other. Still, among any group, one can find the occasional degenerate. Gomora's receptionist happens to be one. For years, she passed on whispers of what was taking place at the casino in exchange for payment. A few months ago, she clammed up. Odds are she's scared. But I've had no way of approaching her. Start with her.
You're targeting nothing. Of course, it might help hiding hits. Yes. Concealed chamber. Yep.
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone.
It's just business. I don't like you.
Fool! To let personalities derail future of mankind. Stupid!
You won't be able to control anything. But I'll let you live.
No! Don't disable Cerebro! I'd rather be killed. Just kill me.
Oh, they're not hostile anymore.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr.
Not quite yet.
Okay, no rush, but The sooner the followers can learn about Mr. House's technology, the better.
Sure, later.
The hell is arcade?
Oh, hi again. Can I help you with something else?
I'm ready for you to join me at the 38.
Mr. House is out of the picture and you have the platinum chip? Wonderful. Let's go.
Lead the way.
Oh, here we go.
Hi! This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck. Wow, Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network. Every Securitron on the network has been upgraded. Pretty neat, huh? The Securitrons at the fort are on standby. I see a status log here confirming that the Mark II OS upgrade installed correctly. They'll be all set to go once we boost my transmitting power and bring them online with the network. But we'll worry about that later. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do. Come back later if you need anything.
Ah, welcome, Doomslayer.
Welcome to the Vegas Strip.
Lead the way. What's up? I think you're on the right track. The only way to ensure relative safety and independence for the people of New Vegas is to prevent others from taking control of the region. That means no NCR, no Mr. House, and no Legion. See you around.
Are you gonna follow me now, or are you just gonna stand there like a bump on the log, Arcade?
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Oh, this is good.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past. How I might be able to help out.
Alright, first off, Caesar's not gonna do anything. My bullet tore off his arms, legs, and head. He's not marching anywhere. That being said, what are you talking about?
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
And where did the Enclave go?
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar.
Say no more. I'll do it.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
See, normally I would sign with the NCR. Cannibal Johnson's Cave. And West Side. So, closest one should be here. But I kind of figured I wanted to get my absolute favorite set of armor. And there's only one way to do it. There are many paths to get to that one way. I just don't feel like taking out the Brotherhood of Steel. That's the one faction in this game I actually like.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
We're gathering the remnants here. We're not NCR.
Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
There isn't anyone else around with your equipment and expertise.
You can thank the NCR for that one. Wait, this isn't on behalf of the NCR, is it?
Does it matter who we help?
Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief. All right, then. I'll show up at this gathering of yours. It might be good to see the others. Johnson excluded. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
What's up? Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him,
No.
it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
There are no mods.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
He's not loyal. Loyal works with the boomers. Climbing hills has never led to anything good in a Fallout game. I'm expecting Cazadors or Centaurs. I'm expecting something. Ow! I hate bear traps.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you? Oh.
Oh?
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now.
You sound like you're eager to die.
There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic.
Well...
I recognize the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
You don't have to be your father.
I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something is missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
Agreed. Welcome, Dwayne Foy Jr. Welcome to Fallout New Vegas. Oh. Now for the third. Oh.
Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make me miss it all.
Well, I'm reuniting the remnants.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear. Watch your six out there.
I like her already.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
I don't have any shopping needs. I forgot that dude's part of a quest. Well, I go due west from here. Kind of. There's more references to Fallout 2 in this game than I remember. Well, here we go.
West side, huh? I passed through here with another follower a while back, Anderson. The locals were having a lot of trouble with the water.
You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to West Side?
Well, I was looking for you.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You'll be the element of surprise.
Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. Uh-huh.
Dear old, remember Navarro, so that means the Fifth World has to be friends.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
You too?
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
Ah, welcome, Tony Palermo. Palermo? One of the two, I hope. Define everybody. By everybody, do you mean all the factions? literally everybody that can die, because a lot of NPCs in this game are considered essential and can't be killed. I suppose you become hated and shot at by everybody. I knew it'd be one of the two.
What a shame.
This is not where I want to be.
Here we go.
This is Vault 22. I'm too far south. Your aim is terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Oh, that's a tough one.
Here we go.
What? No. Stupid frickin' Cazadors. If I had to decide, I love this game's mechanics more, but I love the storyline of 3 more.
Bad guys. Here we go.
Hey, welcome, Mitsu.
Here we go.
Really, dude? You can wait. Okay, buddy, you want retribution? Have retribution. Take your retribution and go the fuck home. Are you referring to the one that's held by the NCR Ranger? Because I would love to get my hands on that, but I have no idea how or where. Oh. Well, then I know even less about the Unique 44. Mysterious magnet. In the tops, you say? No, I'm oblivious of that one too. I actually haven't even been to the Repcon facility yet.
Here we go.
No. Camp Gulf.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. See you.
Oh god, I don't like the way you said attempt.
Another human. One was enough.
Yes, but this human has something for you. It's called a middle finger.
I hear reports of I assume this is about something important. You're interrupting my research. You must have something important in mind. I'm willing to go to this little reunion, but my work here isn't complete. Help me get my research to a stage where I can hand it over to my assistant, Calamity, and then ask me about this again.
What are you working on?
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
Want help? What do you need?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge. I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence.
You're ugly. Hey, JB, welcome.
Jimmy, little Jimmy, my, how you're grown up. So good of you to come visit your grandma. Oh no, dearie. 3 makes a crowd. Talk to you soon, dear.
How you doing, JB?
Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again.
What do you want me to do?
They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to.
I'll see what I can do. I love the fact he wants me to pay them off. Five on one. What do you want, Norton?
Our business is with the muties, not you.
Go away, or you'll have to deal with me. And you'll wish it was them.
I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
Good. Be gone. Shoo. Ah, welcome, Zeus. Thank you for the sub. And yes, this is one of the more amazing games that was put out. Bethesda could learn a lot from this. Tempting. I can't take Lily when I've got Arcade, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Fucking invisible dogs. Yeah, that would do it.
Here we go. Looks like a...
Yeah, it would be nice to get a companion and send them, rather than dismiss the companion you've got, take them, send them, and then go back to get the one you just sent. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm lost. Oh, that's a good sign. That's not true, JB. You only need 5 points. You can get 2 points by taking Arcade to the fort and giving him a certain dialogue and window. You can get 1 point by going to the crashed vertibird, and 2 points by answering with a certain dialogue after talking to, I think it was Thomas Hildern? The doctor at Camp McCarran that sends you to Vault 22. That's the 5 points you need. Then you just need to wipe out the Brotherhood, and Arcane will give you the quest. I looked into it extensively. I didn't want to wipe out the Brotherhood, which is why I wiped out Mr. House.
Something on your mind? Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Here, I found this.
There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way.
Why Lily?
Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me.
We'll talk to Lily then.
Can't wait to get the rest of our pay for this job.
You're not getting paid for this job. Go away.
Naughty children run from their punishment, but we'll find Mary. Won't we, Leo? Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
There's a unique sledge in that kit. Son of a bitch. No, I didn't grab it. I don't plan on using melee that much.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead. Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though. All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is unstable and scrambling things. The reading says gamma wave activity is 0. But that can't possibly be right. Gamma wave activity is 0. That can't be right. Must be a result of the interference.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment. Once I've analyzed it.
Ah!
Well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over and we'll be on our way. My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with our insides.
Ah, damn it. What are you planning to do?
There are caches of stealth boys out there. With the Mark II in hand, it shouldn't be difficult to upgrade every one of them.
They're even more dangerous.
Our lives, our decision to make. We're tired of sitting around in Jacobstown waiting for a cure.
Okay. I have an item that can increase my speech. I'm going to risk this. You're not getting this back.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you. No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype...
Okay, raise science by 10 points.
Have you come to a decision on... That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Is there something else I can do for you? I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get...
That's what I thought. Friends.
Friends. Don't forget it.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
His work mattered.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
That is unfortunate, JB. I will. I broke my twigs. What the fuck are you doing, Cannon?
What are you talking to me for? Talk to Krieger.
We're all here. Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Marino, Johnson, Henry, and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird. This was a minor refueling station for vertibirds. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades. You still need time to think? Here, talk to
Okay.
Krieger about what you've got in mind.
No, I'm immensely frustrated.
Still waiting on that decision.
This is gonna end poorly.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
I'll talk to him.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. Hey there!
Get back here, onion.
Here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out. No amount of caps will ever repay what the NCR robbed from me. Change of plan. You'll find that I've sealed the doors to this hangar. I don't want my friends getting involved in our little disagreement. Once I'm done with you, I'll talk them out of this stupid plan. You've opened some old wounds. It's only fair I return the favor.
We can still talk about this.
No, I'm done talking.
DT 28, strength 1, res 15, DT 8. That's actually really good.
I shouldn't be surprised at what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe everything good in Orion Moreno died at Navarro. And it was foolish to think there was anything in him left to salvage. Hold on a second. I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them.
I need to reload a save, Arcade.
My father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out of the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get. Good point. You've been encouraging the others to stand up and fight. Maybe I should take the same advice. After all, I also lived in Navarro. There's something I need to go do, but I'll catch up with you later. Thanks again for your help with the others. It means a lot to me.
here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out. I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
Yeah, I can. And that is a very interesting name.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
What happens in Freeside won't make a difference. Fight with them.
Good point. You've been encouraging the others to stand up and fight. Maybe I should take the same advice. After all, I also lived in Navarro. There's something I need to go do, but I'll catch up with you later. Thanks again for your help with the others. It means a lot to me.
I mean, technically he just has an unfortunate name. He didn't actually do anything.
Son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into
But no.
Since Whitman will be staying with the
I agree with your
she's
decision,
offered to
Mitsu.
give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
Yes.
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
It'll fly by. Almost like it's a video game cutscene or something.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Okay, we go from... Yeah, I know I'm over in... Oh, that is so fucking cool. Alright. Hey, Doc. Wait, I need to talk to you.
The NCR's got its share of
Or not.
but I'd rather have them around than Legion.
Simply amazing. Actually, one might say it's simply irresistible. Ew. That thing is so cool. See, people know when they pop into streams, streamers usually will just say their name, and they're trying to get, at least in my opinion, they're,
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. Since you convinced me to help out with the defense of Hoover Dam, I figured I'd haul it out of storage. I'm a little rusty with it, but I think I can manage. As long as you got my back, of course. What's up? I don't think you need to worry about the specifics. Basically, expect a lot of firepower and dead bodies. Enclave technology is even more advanced than Brotherhood equipment. And in the hands of soldiers as experienced as Moreno and the others, let's just say it's truly a sight to behold. I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie. Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm boring. Some people do. I just don't. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it. See you around.
Okay. I'm not treading on the bear. Mr. House is dead. Emeritus, the boomers have supported me. You know, there's something I've always wondered. Oh, I didn't kill House. You completely missed it, JB. You would have been proud of me. I didn't kill House. I left him alive. Unable to do, say, or control anything. Forever. Oh, I forgot you can actually see the weapon.
Glad you're with us.
Okay, why do they carry the